Hey Coach, it's Andy Louder here with Basketball Classroom. If I told you that I knew something or someone that could help change your coaching career forever, would you listen? In the next few minutes, I am going to introduce you to Basketball Classroom, the master behind Basketball Classroom, and why basketball coaches everywhere are speaking so positively about it. Are you a beginning coach, a coach that knows deep inside that they are underperforming, or maybe you're just a coach who wants to win their next game? If you fall into any one of the above categories, then you have come to the right place, because I have someone who can help you today. My close friend and longtime coach of more than 30 years, who has a wealth of winning knowledge, wants to share with you his secrets today. His name is Dave Strickland. Now, unlike many of the self-proclaimed basketball gurus that are out there today, Coach Strickland is a real head basketball coach. He doesn't hide behind an alias or shy away from talking about his real experience as a head coach. Why? Because he doesn't need to. His career simply speaks for itself. Now, before I let you meet Coach Strickland, I want to share with you a little bit about his impressive resume. Dave Strickland has coached for over 30 years at the high school, AAU club, and even college level, and has seen it all. The highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, and every offense and defense you can possibly imagine. What's even more impressive is that he has won at every level he has coached at. His current win-loss record is 657 wins and only 142 losses. When you calculate that out, that's an 82% winning percentage. He has won league championships, state championships, and even an AAU national championship. You have to agree that's the record of a proven winner. So without further introduction, here is Coach Strickland.
Hi, Coach. Like Andy said, my name is Dave Strickland, and I'm really excited to be involved with Basketball Classroom. You know, nearly 30 years ago when I was first starting my coaching career, I did so with the intent of accomplishing two things. I wanted to win championships, and I wanted to help athletes reach their goals and their dreams. Well, it didn't take me very long before I realized that I just didn't know enough to accomplish those things by myself. So I went out, sought after, and found a couple highly successful, highly experienced coaches who are willing to take me under their wing and teach me everything I needed to know to be a successful coach. Well, as soon as I saw the impact that their mentoring, that their teaching was having on me and my career and on my players, I decided right then and there that if I ever had the chance, I too was going to help other coaches elevate their coaching careers. So as a result, we have put inside the vaults of Basketball Classroom literally hundreds of winning secrets and ideas and tips that are guaranteed to help make you a more successful coach.
I've been in the basketball training and coaching business for 10 years now. I've got a very good pulse on what resources are available to help coaches become smarter and more effective. And don't get me wrong, there is a lot of great stuff out there. I'm amazed at what coaches have access to that they didn't a decade ago. It's mind-boggling. But that's also where the problem lies. There's so much information out there, it's hard to know who and what to trust. Not only that, it's expensive and time-consuming. If you need help with a certain topic, you can buy a DVD, but it's likely to cost $30 or $40, and it only covers one small topic. To get help on the other topics you need to learn about, you have to fork out another $40 and over again. It gets very expensive. Then there's the option of digging for trusted advice for free on forums, chat rooms, and on Facebook. That can be effective, but it is very time-consuming. You spend an hour here, an hour there, finding little nuggets of advice that you can trust. Sometimes, though, you're still not confident because you don't know if the advice came from someone that's actually been successful during their career or has coached the same level of play that you have. There needed to be a better option for coaches, and that's where Coach Strickland and Basketball Classroom comes in. When I first met Coach Strickland, I was blown away with his real-life coaching knowledge and experience. I was amazed at all the levels he had coaching experience with and how successful he had been at each level. Still to this day, I relish every moment I have to be around him just to listen to him talk basketball. When I presented him with what I thought was missing online for basketball coaches, he agreed wholeheartedly and said he had been noticing that for years and wanted to be a part of coming up with a solution. That was 2 years ago, and since then, Dave has been hard at work putting together the perfect virtual library for basketball coaches at all levels. He has created an educational program that encompasses everything you can think of that a basketball coach needs to be an expert on in order to be successful. And the way that it is delivered to you is another thing that I'm excited about. You see, Dave didn't just draw up and show 100 different diagram plays and say, here you go, here's a bunch of plays. In the basketball classroom module, he carefully put together specific plays for every situation you will be facing as a coach and provides details on how to run each play effectively with the personnel you have. He also explains how to make the play work for you for years to come, even as other teams learn to defend it well and deny the first and second options. He knows this is much more valuable than simply having a list of all sorts of random plays that you don't have any background on or know if that play has worked consistently for other teams in the past. Included in the modules are plays to beat any zone defense, side out of bounds plays, baseline out of bounds plays, man-to-man offense plays, transitional fast break plays, and the list goes on and on and on. Basketball Classroom is much more than plays, though. As you know, coaches deal with a lot of other things that have nothing to do with X's and O's, but are still a major part of the job. Here is just a brief list of topics that are covered extensively in video or printable report format in Basketball Classroom. How to handle parents so they become your biggest supporters instead of a distraction. How to manage your substitution patterns effectively. How to beat any zone or man-to-man defense and become a high-scoring offense. Highly effective end-of-game and special situation strategies. How to develop point guards, shooting guards, and post players. How to choose your assistant coaches and how to utilize them effectively. 4 must-have defenses every coach needs to implement. How to handle halftime. How to plan and schedule out highly effective practices. How to manage your timeouts. The ideal roster. How to stop the dribble drive offense. How to win without size. How to conduct tryouts, effective fundraising strategies. And that's just a drop in the bucket. I just listed 15 topics. The first module alone in Basketball Classroom consists of over 35 videos and reports, each on a different topic. And that's only one of 6 modules. It's hard to even explain how much content Dave has created. You'll have to see it to believe it. And hopefully you notice that the topics are very wide-ranging. Coach Strickland wanted to make sure he covered every topic that he has dealt with during his 30 years of experience. One thing he said to me was, X's and O's is only a small part of the profession. Basketball coaches, as you know, need to be good at a lot of different things. He covers the X's and O's in great detail in Basketball Classroom, but he also goes into a lot of detail on the topics coaches deal with every day that don't get talked about very often. Not only that, it's important to point out that every module in Basketball Classroom contains more than just education. Coach Strickland has provided you with dozens and dozens of printable handouts you can use in your program right away. These include things like practice plan templates, player workouts, shooting charts, bench charts, parental consent forms, end-of-season player and team evaluations, goal sheets, academic contracts, stat sheets, scouting reports, player handouts. The list goes on and on and on. There are simply too many of them in the 6 modules to list all of them. These are actual printouts that Coach Strickland has used for years, and you get the luxury of not having to track down what's important versus what's not important. It's all handed to you so you can fast-track your success. Now, before I give you the keys to Basketball Classroom, let's talk about the price. Because of the huge amount of material covered in Basketball Classroom, I'm sure you're expecting me to announce that you're going to have to pay a few $100s to get your hands on it. Fortunately for you, that's not the case at all. I actually feel a little guilty about what we have priced it at because of how hard Dave has worked the past 2 years putting it together. He's put his heart and soul into it, and it's taken countless hours to create. Lucky for you, though, he understands that some coaches make very little money and some don't make any money at all. He himself remembers the many times in his past where he wanted to expand his knowledge but simply couldn't afford the material he was looking at. I suggested to Dave that we offer each module for $50. When you consider how much a DVD on just one topic costs right now, that sounded very fair to me. After all, each module in Basketball Classroom has over 30 different pieces of material in it. The information covered in Basketball Classroom would add up to more than $700 if sold separately on retail sites. And when I mentioned that to Dave, he told me to forget it. He wanted to make this affordable, and he knows a lot of people in the basketball world don't know a lot about him yet. He wanted to earn people's trust in him. Because of his insistence, you can get Basketball Classroom for the low introductory price of only $19 per module. Below this video, you'll see 2 payment options. We have tried very hard to make it as easy as possible for every coach to get access to this amazing program. If you feel more comfortable dipping your toe in the water to test it out and getting 1 module at a time to break up the payments, that option is available to you. We'll send you 1 module every 30 days and bill you only $19 per month until all 6 modules have been delivered to you. We will not continue to bill you for anything else after that. This is not an endless monthly subscription. You can cancel at any time, cancel after 1 month, after 4 months. I doubt you'll want to, but that option is yours. The other payment option is to get all 6 modules immediately. When you choose this option, we give you one of the modules for free, and so the total price is only $95. This is by far the best deal because of the lower price and because you get the 6 modules all at once. But we understand some may want to break up the payments. In either case, you have absolutely nothing to worry about, though, because you are backed by our 100%, no questions asked, satisfaction guarantee. If you don't absolutely love the material you get and feel like it has helped you become a better coach, we will give your money back gladly. All you have to do is contact our customer support at the email address you see below this video, and we'll take care of you. All we ask is you put 1% of your trust in Coach Strickland. He will earn the other 99% when you get access to the modules. But don't just take our word for it. Below this video are numerous testimonials from coaches just like you who have access to Basketball Classroom and are using it to make them a better coach. As if the offer isn't already good enough, I have one more exciting announcement. We have decided to throw in some amazing free bonuses for everyone that signs up for Basketball Classroom. We hooked up with some amazing coaching gurus such as current NBA coach and former UCLA national champion Henry Bibby, Hall of Fame high school basketball coach Morgan Wooten, and former NBA coach Eric Musselman to put together a library of ebooks and audio interviews that offer coaching secrets you'll have access to that flat out make it unfair to your competition. To get the full details of what those bonuses entail, view the content on the page below this video. In my humble opinion, these bonuses are worth more than $100 by themselves, but you get them all for free just for signing up today for Basketball Classroom. So there you have it, Coach. You can stop holding your breath waiting for a catch or some sort of gimmick because there aren't any. It's an amazing deal and an amazing tool you can get access to today to make you a winning basketball coach. The way I see it, you've got 2 options. You can struggle through things on your own and learn by trial and error, or you can absorb and implement right away the things one very successful coach is offering to pass down to you after his 30-plus years in the profession. To me, it's a no-brainer. Sign up today and start building better players and winning more games.